You're sitting there, looking at your financial dashboard, and the unexpected happens. Maybe the air conditioner breaks down, or a medical bill hits your mailbox that Medicare didn't fully cover, or you simply need a bridge of cash to get you to your next Social Security or pension deposit. You hear about these modern apps, these fintech platforms like MoneyLion, and you want to know the absolute truth, without the marketing fluff, about exactly how much money they will actually let you borrow. Let's strip away the fancy advertisements and get down to the hard, cold numbers, because your financial security is nothing to play with. When you ask how much MoneyLion will let you borrow, the honest answer is that it completely depends on how you are asking to borrow it. They have 3 entirely separate doors you can walk through, and each door has a completely different limit, a different cost, and a different level of risk to your financial peace of mind. The first door is what they call Instacash. This is their cash advance feature. If you just download the app, link your regular checking account, and pass their automated review, the absolute maximum limit you can theoretically get is $500. But here is the catch that trips up so many people. You do not get $500 on day one. When you first sign up, MoneyLion is going to look at your history. They are going to look at your steady income, whether that is a pension, an annuity, or your Social Security check. If they can see a predictable pattern, they might start you off with a limit as low as $25 or $50. Now, can you get more than $500 through Instacash? Yes, you can technically get up to $1,000, but only if you jump through their hoops. To unlock that $1,000 limit, you have to open their proprietary checking account, called Roar Money, and you must have your recurring regular direct deposits sent directly into that account. Even then, MoneyLion caps your advance at no more than 30% of your recurring deposit amount per cycle. So, if your monthly benefit check is $1,200, 30% of that means your actual limit is going to be capped right around $360, not the grand $1,000 they advertise on the front page. The second door they offer is their Credit Builder Plus loan. This is an entirely different animal. This is a loan for up to $1,000, but you need to understand exactly how this works because it is not cash in hand. If you are approved for a $1,000 credit builder loan, they do not hand you $1,000 to go spend at the grocery store or the mechanic. Instead, they take a portion of that money, often more than half of it, and they lock it away in a savings account that you cannot touch. You then have to make monthly payments with interest to pay off that loan. They report those on-time payments to the credit bureaus to help raise your credit score, and only when the loan is completely paid off do you get access to that locked cash. It is a tool to build credit, not a tool to pay for an emergency today. Then there is the third door, which is their personal loan marketplace. MoneyLion itself is not lending you this money. They are acting as a matchmaking service. Through this marketplace, you can apply for unsecured personal loans ranging from $500 all the way up to $100,000. But let's be entirely real here. To get anywhere near those higher amounts or to get a decent interest rate, you must have a solid credit score, a low debt-to-income ratio, and a robust, verifiable monthly income. If you are living on a fixed retirement income, the lenders in that marketplace are going to look at your total monthly obligations versus your guaranteed income, and if your debt takes up more than 35 to 43% of what you bring in, you will either be rejected or hit with interest rates that skyrocket all the way up to 36%. The repayment for Instacash is automatic. The moment your next Social Security check or pension direct deposit hits your account, MoneyLion's system automatically sweeps in and takes back what you borrowed. If you borrowed $300 to get through a rough patch this month, your next month's income is automatically $300 short before you even buy a single gallon of gas or a loaf of bread. You are immediately pushed into a deficit for the next month, forcing you to borrow from the app all over again. It creates a vicious cycle of dependency, a digital hamster wheel that drains your fixed income bit by bit. So, what is the actionable takeaway here? How do you protect your money and your peace of mind? First, if you are absolutely forced to use a cash advance app like MoneyLion for a genuine emergency, you must refuse the temptation to pay for instant delivery unless it is life or death. Plan ahead by 3 to 5 business days so you can use the free standard transfer option. Do not leave money on the table by tipping an app. Second, Look at your true safety nets before you touch your future income. If you own your home and have equity, a home equity line of credit, or a HELOC, can offer you access to emergency funds at a fraction of the cost of a high-interest personal loan or a fee-laden cash advance. If you have a solid credit history, a traditional low-interest credit card used strictly for emergencies is far safer than automated apps that sweep your checking account the moment your paycheck arrives. Third, if you find yourself constantly looking at apps like MoneyLion just to make ends meet, it is time to have a come-to-Jesus meeting with your budget. You must align your fixed expenses with your guaranteed retirement income. Look at downsizing. Look at cutting any subscription or service that isn't vital to your daily survival, and protect that core checking account. Do not let automated systems have direct, unchecked access to draft funds out of the account where your retirement check lands. Your retirement years should be filled with security, dignity, and calm. Do not trade your long-term financial freedom for the short-term illusion of a quick smartphone loan. Know the numbers, understand the hooks, and keep the control of your hard-earned money exactly where it belongs, in your hands.